some davening, some praying, and we're going to start with Modeh Ani. So we'll sing together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Modeh ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam shechazarta bi, nishmati v'chemla rabba emunatecha.
Good morning, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. Good morning.
1 secundo. So we're doing some praying, Jacob. We just sang Modeh Ani. Do you know Modeh Ani? Can't hear us yet. I don't know if you can hear us.
It did not connect to audio. Can you hear us? No.
I think they can hear us. And now we're going to do Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. So what does Shema Yisrael mean? Hear Israel, Hashem is our God. Hashem is one.
I did it.
Now you hear us. Good job, Jacob. How you doing, Jacob?
I'm good.
Baruch Hashem. You want to say Shema Yisrael, Jacob? You know how to say Shema Yisrael?
Yeah.
Can you say it for us?
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Beautiful.
Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
You know what Shema Yisrael means? It means, Shema means to listen. Listen, Israel. Hashem is our God. Hashem is one. That everything that happens is really from Hashem. And that Baruch Shem means that his name is blessed forever and ever. So now, we're going to sing. Remember we sang Hatikva, Jacob? We want to sing Hatikva with you. You want to sing with us?
Yeah.
We're going to share the screen. And you see how it's written like in English?
No.
You want to sing? Starting on 3. 1, 2, 3. Kol balev penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulfei mizrach kadima ayin letzidon Odo avda tikvatenu Atikva בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים. Jacob, you want to play hangman?
Yeah.
All right. You see what it says? Hanging on our doorpost.
I can't hear you that good though.
You can't hear us? Can you hear
No.
us now? Can you hear us now?
A little.
What hangs on your doorpost? Do you know what hangs on our doorpost?
A menorah.
A
Nora.
mezuzah, right?
So we're going to put the letters.
Oh, it's here.
Oh, there you go.
M. What's the next letter you think, Jacob? Mezuzah.
You.
E. What about, what's the next sound? Mez. What letter is Z?
Z.
Z.
And that's a double.
Double. You said U, that was correct.
Mhm.
And now what other letters do you think we used to spell this?
Mezuzah.
A.
A.
Good job. And then we just put a H at the end.
H.
So that's a mezuzah. That we kiss it
Yay.
every time you go through your door to remember Hashem. We touch it, or you can touch it and kiss it. Just remind us that Hashem is always with us.
Do it more?
Yeah. Ready for the next one?
Mhm.
What's this one?
All right. You could just say letters, or we can start by giving you a hint. Do you want a hint? Let's give you a hint.
Yeah.
Hashem is found.
Where is Hashem?
You can, if you don't know, you can just throw some letters.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. You
Oh
got
my
it.
goodness, you got it at the first try. Look at that. Whoa. Everywhere. If you don't know, you can do it with the letters.
Everywhere. Good one. Okay. Number of books of the Torah. You know how many books in the Torah? Should we take a
Wait,
guess?
You can start by saying, you can say letters.
It's 4 because it tells you.
Close. There's an F.
It's not 4 though.
5.
You
Five.
got it. Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, and Dvarim. The 5 books of the Torah. Chamisha Chumshei Torah. Next. Ta-da-dan.
National anthem.
Of Israel that we sang it today.
Hatikva.
Oh my goodness, you're on a roll. Love it. Hatikva, which means hope.
The hope.
Next.
Sun.
Remember we were saying some words in Hebrew last week? How do we say sun in Hebrew? Do you remember? So let's play a hangman. If you don't remember, you can just
Take a guess of a letter.
say some letters.
Should I start with the Z?
You got a little face. You have, I
You
think you have
take a guess, Jacob.
Say a letter. Any letter.
Can you hear us, Jacob?
I'm not sure. Jacob, can you hear us?
Yeah.
There, maybe there. Hello? Not sure, but sun, it's shemesh.
Shemesh. That's how you say sun in Hebrew. Shemesh.
Shemesh.
First book of the Torah, we just said is
What's the first book of the Torah?
Bereshit.
Hi, guys.
Morning to you.
Hi.
Hey, we're playing a little hangman.
You know the
Where
first.
the heck is everybody?
No, I think they're sleeping.
I only see you guys.
Jacob is on, and you.
Jacob is one of our best friends.
It's 10 minutes start video.
Do you know what the first book of the Torah is? Bereshit. How do we spell it? B and then E.
R.
Yeah,
Oh,
R.
there's an R.
I-E-T.
Yeah. S.
S.
Bereshit, which means creation.
The beginning.
The beginning. Hashem created the first book of the Torah is called Bereshit. Next, let's do it.
Mommy, I can't hear them good.
A portion of the Torah. What's a portion of the Torah that we read each week? What is it called in Hebrew? If you don't know, just say letters. Matthew, Jacob, you can just say any letter.
What is it?
What letter?
What's the clue?
The clue is portion of the Torah. Like what's a portion, a section of the Torah that we read every week on Shabbat? A different portion.
H. I guess H.
It's H.
H is in there.
H. You got 2 H. Next. Matthew.
A.
A
N.
is A.
Did you say A or N?
N.
M.
Next letter. Somebody say A.
B.
B?
Yeah.
No B.
A.
A. Ooh, 3 A's.
S. I.
Oh, somebody said S.
S is in there.
Yeah. I know what it is. It's
R.
What is it? What is it?
Shabbat.
Oh, very close, but not quite.
I heard you say R before. R is in there. We're missing one letter. Arasha. So what's the beginning of this word? We're missing one. Parasha.
Good job. Parasha. Every week, we read a different section of the Torah, and that's called the parasha.
And you know what this week's parasha is? It's called Chukat. That's this week's parasha. Chukat.
I could barely hear anything.
Sorry.
Sorry, Adam.
I don't know what's going on with the computer today.
Matthew, did you hear that one?
This is a phone, not a computer.
Matthew, can you hear us? Okay.
Everything's so loud.
Prayer book. Hebrew is. You know how to say it? Sidur.
Oh,
Sidur. Nice.
All right, guys. Next one is yours. Let's see.
Aviron.
Ooh, what's aviron? That's a Hebrew word. Who remembered? We did it last week. What's
yeah.
aviron?
Airplane.
Airplane.
Awesome. How do we spell it? A.
A-P-R-I-L-N-E.
Very good.
Airplane. Aviron. Another word is also matos.
Yes.
Right? Matos, aviron, airplane. You're learning, guys, Hebrew. And we said that shemesh is sun. Next.
Yeah.
Another Hebrew word.
We said levana or yareach. Does anyone know what that word is? Yareach. Levana is the
Got some letters. Oh, Rabbi gave you.
Moon.
Oh,
moon.
good job. The moon. Levana or yareach. Next.
Today, special day.
I don't remember.
Rishon? I'm Rishon.
Special day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We were going to do it last week.
Last week was Father's Day.
We were meant to be last week. We didn't have to. Nobody joined. I was late. Last week was Father's Day. Father. Abba. Did you have a Father's Day?
Father.
Yeah, Abba.
Mommy, could I leave this one on the computer?
That's what we're gonna do.
No.
So he might stay outside.
You guys know what leather straps is? Tefillin.
What?
Leather straps is tefillin.
Mommy, can't hear anything.
Sorry, Jacob. Next one. Should we do something else already? Saturday. Who knows how to say Saturday in Hebrew?
What's Saturday in Hebrew? What?
Yom Shani?
Shabbat.
Shabbat?
Saturday is Shabbat.
Mommy,
But here in the US, we call it Saturday. But Saturday is Shabbat.
the
Tefillah.
computer is never gonna do.
What does tefillah mean? Hint. Anybody?
Who was?
I'm giving you a hint.
Wait, what's the clue?
What's tefillah?
What?
What is tefillah? What do? We pray. Prayer.
Prayer. Oh, sorry.
Who is the brother of Aaron? Does anyone know?
It's pretty famous. We got the Torah.
Oh, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this.
Who knows? Mo, Moshe. Moshe is the brother of Aaron.
Moshe. Last
Oh,
one.
did
We
that
did
one.
this.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Guys, remember if you have also, as we do the next week, if you have any questions for Rabbi Halevi, this is your time. Go for it.
Stump the rabbi.
Okay. This is so the house. Get out of here.
Okay. This is a mitzvah. This is a very
Hey guys, stop it. You gotta call the rabbi. Stop it.
this is a very important mitzvah. Very
Get out
important
of here.
commandment.
Yeah.
It says in the Torah, we heard at Mount Sinai, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am Hashem, your God. So when someone visits a museum and someone sees a beautiful painting and someone looks at it and they think, did the, sorry, one second. You think, did the colors of the paint just happen to fall on the painting and come into a beautiful painting? Of course not. Obviously, the artist planned the painting, he designed the painting, he sketched it, and he painted it on the canvas until he was happy. And our world is a wonderful, beautiful masterpiece, just like a beautiful painting. It is full of beautiful flowers and trees and seas and rivers and mountains and valleys and people and animals, all with color and life. So could it just happen? Oh, it just happened by chance. No, obviously there's someone or something behind this. There's a mastermind behind this amazing living art, because we are living art. We're art. We're all the things in the world is art. Who is the mastermind?
Are you doing your password or daddy's?
And Hashem created the world and makes the world exist. And that is the first mitzvah in the Torah, to believe in Hashem, to believe that Hashem made the universe. That is the mitzvah. Okay, now we're going to Kedoshim.
Yep.
Can you ask the rabbi the password home? KJ space KITS.
1 second, guys.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a screen share so you can see it and follow along.
All right.
Okay, so this one, we wanted to do it last week, but I think everybody.
I'm trying to join on my computer.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you. That'll be better, probably. Probably you'll be able to listen better.
here you go.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm connecting.
Yes, excellent.
Thank you.
So last
That's
see
better.
there's an
Yeah,
echo?
yeah,
Done?
that's fine.
Okay. So last week, guys, was Father's Day. So it's a very huge mitzvah. It's a mitzvah number 1 in the Torah. It's actually one of the 10 commandments to respect your
Parents.
parents. This is the number 1 mitzvah. According to the Torah, we have to respect our parents. Our grandmothers have to respect their great-grandparents, and we have to respect our fathers, our mothers. It's a huge mitzvah. How do we do that? Listening to them, let them finish their sentence. We're not even supposed to call our parents by their first name. We say, mommy, daddy, ima, abba. We don't call them by their first name. And we do not contradict them if we don't sit in their seat. They have a special seat. Because Hashem says it's a special kavod that our parents brought us to life, and it's a mitzvah forever and ever to honor our parents.
So, and that's this parsha that speaks about this is called Kedoshim. Kedoshim means to be holy. And one of the main ways we be holy is by doing mitzvot, by doing commandments. And this is Hashem giving us the plan of how to live our life. So, like we just said, that's the first mitzvah, to respect your parents. Another mitzvah is not doing idol worship. In the olden days, a lot of people did idol worship. And the olden days, they had a big urge to do it. And idol worship is something that's not Hashem.
These days, guys, what do we have that's considered like idol worship? Because right now, we don't have statues or a desire to like bow down to statues like they had in the past. What do you think it's considered idol worship right now? Or avodah zarah? What do you think, Matthew or Jacob? What do you think? Jacob?
What did you say?
What do you think it's nowadays considered idol worship? Like you're not, in the past it was bowing down to a statue, or they used to believe that, oh, the sun is God, the moon is God. We know nowadays that's not true, but there's still a worry that we could do avodah zarah, idol worship. What do you think is idol worship now in 2020? Any ideas?
Parsha?
If someone, what about if someone gets angry a lot? That's kind of idol worship, right? Because they're worshiping their own idol. They think, oh, I'm allowed to get angry and be angry at everyone. That's not really fair, because we shouldn't get angry all the time and be angry at everyone. That's one of the things.
Also, yeah, thank you. And also, like, if we make, there's nothing wrong with like liking some singers or sports player, but if we idolize them, like, oh my goodness, like we put posters all around and we're basically like praying to them, like God forbid, like, you know, when like with Kobe Bryant, like again, like if you just put your whole being, your whole soul, that's taking you away from God. So sometimes we can get distracted. So that's what we're talking about.
Are you raising your hand, Jacob?
Or just stretch.
Oh, okay.
I think he's stretching up.
There was another mitzvah in this parsha. It's called Peah. And Peah is to leave part of your field for the poor. That's what they used to do. In Israel, they would leave a corner of their field for the poor.
So anybody could come and just take it. When they were planting, you know, that it's my field and I'm the owner, I need to leave a corner, a pe'ah, for anybody's allowed to come and take it.
Yes.
Like nowadays, we still have the mitzvah. We don't have, like, we don't live in Israel, but we still need to give, you know, out of every money that we get, do you know how much money we're supposed to give away that it really doesn't belong to us? 10%. So let's say you go and you babysit for somebody and you get $10. Out of those $10, 10%, $1, you have to put it in a tzedakah box. It doesn't even belong to you. Hashem always wants us to be thinking about other people as well.
Very good. And now, let's go on. The mitzvot, because it says there's peah, then there's another one called leket, that if someone dropped some of the stalks, he shouldn't pick them, he leaves them for the poor that he was gathering in his field. And another one is if they forgot stalks or something, that's also, they give it to what's called shichacha, that they forgot. So these three mitzvot apply to grains, olives, and grapes, but not to vegetables. Why not to vegetables? Because vegetables, they can't really stay good for a long time. But grains and olives and grapes, they could stay good for a long time. Still stretching, Jacob?
Yeah.
He's surfing in the beach.
Okay.
See, he's at the beach, so he's just surfing.
Everyone knows this mitzvah.
Of course. What is this mitzvah? Obvious. Who can read it?
Do not steal. And that's why this mitzvah came after the mitzvah of leaving the stuff for the poor people, because they're only allowed to take what were given from the Torah. And it's also warning the farmers that if they take the portion that's supposed to be left from the poor, that's also considered stealing. Should I do a story?
Yeah, and something really important to remember is that when Hashem told us do not, like, it's common sense for us, like, oh, of course we can't steal, but really we know that because Hashem told us not to steal. Because if not, people could think, oh, I'm doing a good thing. Let's say I'm taking money from somebody who's rich, kind of like Robin Hood. He was trying to do something good, and let me give it to the poor. Like, we could try to use our own mind and make our own decisions, but the Torah is very clear. Do not steal.
No,
Do not steal.
in Robin Hood,
Yeah.
the king was stealing from the poor, so Robin Hood has to get it back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got my story wrong. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you.
Very good. Very
Awesome.
good, guys.
Guys, you want a little story? Okay, let's do it like a comic, and we'll call it a Sunday. You guys are doing awesome.
You guys are our best customers.
Love it. And remember, any question you have, you can think about it now during the week. You can just send us a video.
Later.
We did it?
Yeah, binoculars.
We did the spider's web. I don't really have any more stories.
I love the spider's web. It was so
All right.
funny.
You want, we'll do it again.
Let's do it again. You know, stories are something that you tell them over and over again because we don't have the best memory and we forget. So, and that's like the Torah. We have to keep learning it. Every year we learn the same parasha, the same again and again and again.
Yes.
All right, ready? Story time.
Okay.
Sharing the screen?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, you guys see the screen of the spider?
Yeah, I love this one.
Okay. Look at that spider. It's spinning a web across our tent. Ah, spiders are so useless. But the boys will learn that everything has a purpose. After that man, I want him dead or alive. And he says, I must get away. He's thinking. See the circle? He's thinking. Silently, the spider weaves its gossamer web with infinite artistry, spitting out a silken thread. Created in its own body, what is it doing, you wonder? How does it know? I must rest. This is the guy with the red hair. It's David HaMelech, King David. I must rest. I'll hide in this cave. We've got him now, trapped in our nets. He must have gone into that cave. In the cave's darkness, David HaMelech, King David, was sitting, and King Saul was chasing him with his men. And King David couldn't even talk.
Wait, tell Matthew why King Saul was chasing King David.
King Saul, he felt threatened by David because he had been told that he wouldn't be the king forever, and he felt that King David was going to replace him. So he was very scared of King David. And also because when King David, remember Goliath, that big giant? King David was the one who killed Goliath. And everyone was saying, King David is awesome. King David is awesome. And Saul got very jealous. So he always wanted to kill David. And David was praying, God, help me now. And as he prays for help, all of a sudden, all of these spiders came. And they did a miracle happen. Moments later, they did the web very fast. He's in there. I said, impossible. Look at the cobwebs. No man or beast could have passed through here. There's no way David is in there. Hours pass and they're gone. How great are your works, Hashem. How deep are your thoughts. That was King David, who was chased by soldiers and saved by the spider's webs. Everything has its purpose. Even a spider is created by Hashem with wisdom. So that was one of the main reasons Hashem created spiders, was this miracle that happened to King David. Let's see another one. Walking a tightrope. walking a tightrope. So this,
Ooh.
look at that. Zaydi's grandfather. One slip and he's a goner, right? I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world. Exciting, Isaac. I imagine it is. I remember the first time I ever saw a tightrope walker. It was a long time ago. It's scary, but it looks exciting. Oh, I'm sorry, I read it wrong. This is exciting, right? I was the same age as you and Yaakov, Isaac. It was in the small village where I was born. Everyone came to watch the daring performance. My heart was beating wildly as the man balanced on thin wire high over our heads. One misstep, one wrong step would cost his life. My father had brought me, and some of his friends asked, "Why did you come, Rabbi Uncle? You are learned in Torah and Talmud. Are those not more important than wasting your time?" No, my friends. There is much we can learn from this acrobat. That man on the wire must concentrate on every step he takes, risking his life for what? A few dollars? Perhaps some fleeting fame? Look how he turns in midair, yet his eyes are fastened on his goal, the far end of the wire. As I watched, he came closer and closer to his goal. The slightest breeze could send him to his doom, until finally he made it safely to the other side. We too walk a tightrope, every one of us. It is the tightrope of life. And in order to succeed, we must concentrate on Torah and fulfill mitzvot, do good things. That can be as exciting as walking across the Grand Canyon on a wire, because we can do good stuff and feel the power. And the reward for attaining means getting your goal. Getting our goal is eternal, it's forever. Every mitzvah you do is forever, Jacob and Matthew. We understand, grandfather. Come on, we'll make it just in time for evening prayers. Thank you, guys.
The end.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could join, Jacob
Mhm.
and Matthew.
Is this your favorite background? Do you like this one?
I like the background. It's relaxing. It's like I'm at the beach. Awesome. Yeah, the beach, I like the best. Oh,
The moon, the earth.
space is pretty cool also.
Auroras borealis.
You got good stuff.
Nice stuff. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Jacob. Have a great day. And please remember, you can call us or text anytime if you have a question, okay?
Yes, we're here for you guys. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.